ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。この辺で一番好きなところおすすめありますか？
家路のすすめありますか？この辺で。
でも大丈夫、3分。
あと25分。
うん。
ないで、こういう今飲んでいただきましたけど、オレンジ。
Getting a good recommendation.
How to make more while working less as a copywriter. After coaching almost 1,000 copywriters, I've found that there's three really important things that you need to do if you want to make more while working less and just completely dominate as a copywriter, especially now in 2024 and in 2025. So in this video, I'm going to cover those things. Let's get right into it. So how do you make more money while working less as a copywriter? What do you need to do? Is it a better client getting strategy? Is it writing copy faster? Yes, those things help, but it all comes down to your environment. You see, your environment creates your future. The more time you spend in an environment, the more you're molded by that environment. And so there are three things that I recommend that you do to make sure that your environment's set up for your success. Set up so that you take action every day, you make more money, and you feel good at the end of the day as well. Number one is cash. You want to have cash around you. You want to get used to the idea that money flows. You want to get used to the idea that there's an abundance of wealth and that it's all for you if you want it. And I think a lot of copywriters, they struggle with this because all they have in their bank account is like a couple coins like this, you know, or maybe they have money in their bank account, but they've only got a couple of coins on their table or like in their wallet or something. And you don't want that. You want to have cash. You want to feel like you have a lot of cash and a lot of money, because money's just energy. Money's just a transfer. Like this cash, what are you going to do with it? It's paper. It's just paper. So you have to use it for something. And as soon as you get used to the idea that money flows to you and then it flows out and it flows in and it flows out, then you get comfortable charging $5,000 for a project, $10,000 for a project, $20,000 for a project. You get comfortable with that idea because you see money every single day. So I'd recommend that. I'd say go withdraw money. I drew about $1,000 Canadian dollars when I first got started. When I first got started, I learned this exercise from one of my previous mentors, Dan Locke. He told me, withdraw some cash, put it on your desk. I did that. I withdrew money and I left it on my desk every single day. And I think it made a big difference. I really do, because I remember one of the first projects I charged about $1,500 for.
I have just closed two. First boom is $1,500 in my pocket. And second one is $1,000, and I closed that one last night. So I'm really happy right now. I can't believe it.
And I was comfortable with that price because I was comfortable with money. And I wasn't always comfortable with money. When I grew up, my family, we sometimes didn't have as much cash available. I remember I would sometimes share like portions with my sister because we just didn't have enough for like a full meal. I remember like I'd even split the banana in half, like because we were struggling for a few years. So I didn't come from a background where, you know, money just flowed. It was available, but it wasn't like flowing a lot. So this exercise really helped me to get out of that mindset or that like that place of, oh, money's like hard to get. And if you're in a third world country or you didn't grow up in an environment where money was like flowing freely, this exercise is worth it. It's worth it. Go withdraw the money. You can always put it back in the bank account if you need to use it later. You can always bring it back. And then as you grow, as you make more money and you grow, you want to invest in other things. Like I got this watch for myself, this nice Rolex watch, and I wear it almost every day. It reminds me that I'm worth it, you know, like I'm able to make money and I can make money. So get triggers in your house, income triggers. It could be a nice apartment that you stay in. Some people get cars. I've seen that actually changes people's mindset as well. Like very successful people, the first time they buy a supercar changes their life. I don't really drive cars, so that's not really my thing, but I like watches, I like nice apartments, I like traveling, and traveling for me is also that. It's like being in environments all the time. Like this environment, look at this is beautiful, like it's so cool. Being in this environment, just being able to fly here, you know, it's a game changer. Like it puts me in such a state of productivity and creativity. And that actually brings me to point two. Point two is having a really clean environment full of natural light. Like this place. This place is a really, really great place to work because you got like really, really high windows. There's like very little artificial light. And that artificial light, if you had artificial light, it's going to really be hard on your eyes after a while. When I first started as a copywriter, I was working from a little den in an apartment with like one window. It was like really dark. And I remember I'd be like working until 2 a.m. And I thought, oh, you know, I'm just working super hard. But I don't think it was just that. Like I probably didn't work as productively as I could have because I was in such a dark environment. I've made very, very conscious efforts over the last few years to find places that are full of natural light. It's literally the only way. Before I bought my penthouse, there's the only thing I would rent. I would only rent apartments full of natural light. So that's that's something that I would highly recommend, is look for apartments or homes, wherever you are, look for lots of natural light. And also get a really, really clean desk, get a clean workspace. Don't get a space that is full of mess, you know. And also don't have your desk next to your bed. That's not a good idea. Your bed is a place where you sleep. It's your recovery and rest space. Whereas your work environment, it needs to be completely separate. You need to have a mental switch. You go into the workspace, okay, it's work time. Okay, it's time to make money and deliver for my clients. The bed is like, okay, it's time to sleep, recover. One of the copywriters I work with, he used to work in a dungeon. He used to work in this very, very dark space. And he was making like $2,000 a month. When he first started making more money, the first thing he did, he said, all right, I'm done. I'm not working in this dungeon anymore. I'm going to go invest in a nice apartment. And yeah, okay, it's $500 more a month he was paying. But his productivity is next level now. He makes $16,000 every single month. And you can actually check out the interview that we did with him recently. I'll see if I can, put it somewhere on the video. You can actually go check out the interview. Let's get into point number 3. And the third thing, arguably the most important thing to increase your income while working less, is to spend time with people who are making a lot more money than you. I remember when I started, when I was about 3K, 4K a month, I started to make friends with people making, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. And spending time with people like that, it really changed my perspective on what's possible. I started to see like, hey, these people are regular people. And the same thing happened when I got to around $10,000 a month. I wanted to start making more money. I remember I was I'm still friends with people making $30,000, $40,000, $60,000. In fact, one of my close friends, last month he made $1 million. And I remember when he was making only $100,000 a month about a year and a half ago, because I wasn't making that much money back then. I was making multiple 6 figures, but I wasn't making $1 million a year. And we had sushi together, and he just shared such a great perspective with me. Like his perspective was just so interesting and so normal. And I was like, this guy, no, he's not 10 times smarter than me. He's not working 10 times harder than me. He's just a regular dude. And here are the things that he does every single day. And it's why his business is at the level it is. So, being around people that are very successful, surrounding yourself with successful people, it becomes part of your environment to just naturally level up, to just start to just by osmosis and just adjusting to your environment around you automatically start to make more money. And I think you should try it. Meet some more people, make friends with more people, find those people that are making a lot of money. And that's why I created the Email Dojo. It's a private mastermind with just 100 copywriters, only 100 copywriters, and they're some of the best copywriters in the entire world, working with 7-figure, 8-figure, even 9-figure businesses. All the interviews that you see on my channel with copywriters, they're actually all from the dojo. These are all people that I've worked with and helped them to double, triple, quadruple, even 10x their income in some cases while working less. And so if you want to be a part of it and you want to learn the secrets, I guess you could say, join the Email Dojo, go to the link below and apply there, and I'll see you in the next video.